City Hall. Obviously, I love Brooklyn. And as someone who grew up in poverty, and I did, and also now the borough president, I believe I speak from a lot of perspectives. Believe me, I understand what it was like to be poor, living on Social Security survivor benefits with my 2 young sisters and my mom that was not able to work, and having to go to the hospital emergency room whenever we got ill, or at that time the public health clinic, which was on Flatbush Avenue, 2 blocks from Junior's restaurant. And in those days, I know we have a lot of younger people here, but in those days, when you were poor, they used to give you a number. They didn't even take your name down, and they would call you by number to come in. And if they were not able to get to you, you had to come back the next day and get online and get a number again. I have to tell you, I believe in America. I always have. As the land of opportunity, I still believe America is #1. But with all due respect, if we are #1, what are we doing on this list behind France, Italy, Singapore, Spain, Austria, Japan, Norway, Portugal, Greece, Iceland, the Netherlands that I recently visited, England, Switzerland, Belgium, Colombia, Sweden, Germany, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Morocco, Canada, Finland, Australia, Chile, Denmark, Costa Rica, and others. It's time that America got back on top. We gotta get this done. Let me commend MoveOn.org and thank all those that are here today to share their stories. And I wish all the best of health. And of course, I want to thank our Senator, Chuck Schumer. He is as Brooklyn as they come as I am, but he is a true son of Brooklyn, who has been unwavering in his commitment to finally making world-class health care available, not just most, but to every single American. Thank you, Senator Schumer. Keep fighting the good fight in Washington. Chuck understands that right now Brooklyn alone has 400,000 uninsured residents. Unacceptable. And that no one, I mean no one, should have to decide between putting food on the table and buying medicine for themselves or their kids. No one should have to choose between paying the rent or getting the primary care they need to keep them from entering emergency health system when it's already too late and will not only challenge their life but ultimately cost the public more. Thankfully, after 8 long years of a president whose position of the uninsured was that they could, quote, always go to an emergency room, thank you, Mr. Bush, we have a president who understands that universal health care is right and right now. That it's good for people, and it's also good for American businesses. But we must make sure that our president doesn't lose momentum. We have to make sure that the president and everyone on Capitol Hill knows that whatever plan is adopted, it must have a public option. It's time we reminded Washington that government must serve all Americans, not just the insurance companies. Let me be very clear with you today. I'm a Democrat, proud of that, but I also believe in capitalism. I do. And that means I don't think government owes any of us a Cadillac or a Mercedes. It doesn't owe us a penthouse suite, gourmet meals at every day, a Brioni suit that goes for upwards of $3,000 or more, or a lifetime supply of Manola pumps, that's for sure. But what America does owe every resident is that we taxpayers pay for national security and infrastructure, superior public education, opportunities for affordable housing, and yes, making our healthcare system the envy of the world. In this country, everyone from a multi-millionaire to someone who is unemployed should have access to the same quality health care. Every year, 44,000 Americans die from a lack of health insurance. That means that someone in the next 12 minutes, somebody out there in this great nation of ours will die. That person could very well be in Brooklyn right now. We don't know that person's name yet. We don't know his or her gender, or age, or ethnic background. But we do know this. That person resides in what is the wealthiest country on the earth, the United States of America. We owe it to him or her to keep up this fight. Senator Chuck Schumer knows this. He's fighting for you and me, and we need to stand up with him and say it loud. The public wants a public option. Now, we need to say it loud to our fellow Democrats like Blanche Lincoln, so that the folks in Arkansas can hear us. We need to say it to Ken Conrad, so that his folks in North Dakota hear us, and Ben Nelson can hear us in Nebraska. That other party, they got to hear it even louder. Republicans like Charles Grassley and the ever-sunburned John Boehner and Joel Wilson, and also bigot big mouths like Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, and Glenn Beck can hear us too, no matter what planet they may be on. Healthcare is a right and not a privilege. That's what it should be. We all deserve the same quality health care that their families in the United States Senate and House enjoy. Now, Bob Dylan was a great singer, still is, but he certainly was when I was growing up. He sang a song, "Don't Criticize What You Can't Understand." And if these folks can't be part of the solution, then, as the song says, get out of the way. Brooklyn's got 5 times more people than Senator Mike Enzie's entire state of Wyoming. And we can get pretty loud here in Brooklyn. Call us what you will, shy and retiring, you'll never call us, that's for sure. So we can get pretty loud and be in your face if we have to. So let's hear it. The public wants a public option. Now, we'll not rest until we can truly say to Brooklyn and all of America, health is on the way. I know it's going to happen. This is the time. I never want to see a person in this nation experience what I did when I was a boy, waiting for hours to be seen by a medical profession, and then turning us away because they didn't have time to see us. I never want to see a time when we see our emergency rooms as they are in Brooklyn today, where people can't get health care. Now listen, you're a billionaire, millionaire, and you make a good living. If you want to spend and buy and rent a whole suite of rooms if you're sick, and you want to have gourmet food in your room, God bless you. That's your business. You want to spend your money that way, that's your business. But every American, rich or poor, and I have been both, not rich, but I've been poorer. All I can tell you is everyone, when it comes to health care, deserves the finest health care this nation can provide. That is the true promise of America, and America will deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our Deputy Borough President, Yvonne Graham. Yvonne?